not to that same level. The focus on camp so far this week, and where is the emphasis maybe being placed?
Yeah, you have to say all of the above, but we definitely want to continue to build that momentum offensively, and I already see the cohesiveness. We're further along, than we were in training camp last year, and then of course we're the Miami Heat, so we will be working on our defense and make sure we're building the right foundation.
Even after Joel Embiid committed to Grant Hill today to play USA basketball, Bam said he's already been offered a spot. He plans to be there. How nice will it be to, unlike the World Cup, have your guy Bam on your roster?
Yeah, I think it's awesome for Bam. I think that's what's continuing to help establish him as one of the ultimate winners in this league. He is one of the most impactful players for USA basketball, and we understand why. I don't even know what his stats were in the Olympics. But in talking to everybody in USA, they felt like he was a must for that roster because of everything he does on both sides of the court and because he's such a winner. And then quietly, I don't know why it's so quiet, but he's becoming one of the ultimate winners in this league, particularly for someone his age. Not many guys his age that have won as many playoff games. And hopefully we can just get to that next step. But he's doing everything in his power to get us there.
How quickly has Simon already bought into the culture? Bam's already saying it's impressive the skills he's brought in already.
Yeah.
Day 3 of camp.
Mentality-wise, work ethic-wise, competitive spirit-wise, he fits right into our group. There's nothing really we have to adjust from that standpoint. The skill level and him knowing how to play, that's been a very pleasant surprise. And it shouldn't be. He's played in a lot of big NCAA tournament moments. And that means something to us. Being on the road, playing in tough environments and finding a way to will your team to a win. We're seeing a lot of that already.
As far as the road for Ivan and going into the season, how much do you expect them to contribute very early on?
I'm expecting them to be ready. What will my rotation be? I have no idea at this point. It's highly competitive. I think we're deeper than we were last year. So guys are fighting and competing. We're not really talking about the rotation or that kind of thing yet. I have some time, not a lot of time, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out for game 1. We'll have a rotation, and then I'll be ready to adjust as necessary throughout the course of the year.
Erik, when we asked about Nikola's game, players talk about his passing, his shooting, his ability to run the floor. We don't hear a lot about his rebounding. Even at the World Cup, he was only averaging 2 point something as one of the biggest players on his team. I'd assume, one, if you play him, you need him to rebound. How do you get him to rebound?
The thing I noticed improvement on in the World Cup is blockouts. So it's not always about the rebound. Now, we would like him to finish plays and pursue balls even out of his region. But I know his head coach and you could see that they were hammering that home to keep to block out, put his body on guys, be physical. I thought that was a nice step of improvement, and we'll continue to drill his defensive habits ad nauseum. I see a much improved player on both sides of the floor. We'll just keep on working.
So with Nico, how much of an adjustment for him has it been? Just the difference in 3 and the key roles and things like that. The difference in the style of game.
Not sure. You'd have to ask him on that. I haven't noticed an adjustment about that kind of stuff. I think it's been more about the NBA game, the speed, the quickness, defending pick and rolls, finding a coverage where he can really excel at. And we've been working on all that stuff. He's getting better. I see it. We just have to keep on working and stay with the process, and it's not going to happen overnight, but I see progress.
Coach, you guys caught lightning in the body when you made it out to the finals last season. Knowing how difficult it is to repeat that, what will it take to make sure that stays consistent to ensure?
We know what our goal is. It's always the same with our organization. Right now, we're building the foundation. Nobody knows what's going to happen. We have guys that appreciate this opportunity that we have one of those teams. do everything we possibly can to work through this regular season with intent, to win games, to establish how we want to play, to get better as the season goes on, and ideally, be our best version when we're heading playoffs. We'll see what happens.
Mike Malone said in the finals last year one of their goals was to get functional size at every position. Not necessarily be the tallest team, but be able to switch everything and still have some. Is that a priority for you guys as you look at some of the lineups this year, just to get a little sort of bigger across the board, or doesn't matter?
No relation to that. That's their team. I don't remember him saying that, nor do I really care. But for us, it's noticeable. We're bigger, we're longer. We do have more versatility that we should be able to utilize throughout the course of the year. But I would say that from day one, we've recognized that.
Coach, watching the Ellington guard John Fricker sit in those drills is a very familiar sight. Can you just kind of talk about him as a coach, what you've seen so far from him?
That's surreal. I'm sure it is for the guys. Wayne and I obviously had talked during the summer, and then we decided that this was going to be a great opportunity. But I was unfortunately away, so I was just getting feedback when we first showed up, the first group, and everybody in the building, including the players, were just thrilled. And that's the kind of reaction that Wayne, gets from everybody. He just has an incredible spirit. He's a competitor. He wants to excel at everything he does. He wants to get back. He wants to mentor. I think just his qualities of leadership and being a pro's pro, wanting to give back to people. I think it's tailor-made for this profession. I'm really excited to be able to get it done.
What type of role do you envision Thomas Bryant playing on this Heat squad?
Yeah, he gives us that functional size that we're talking about in a little bit different way. I think we're deeper at that position. Front court, all across the board. He's a big. Where there's a different level of physicality that he brings. He's been hitting people, all 3 days. And he also, can stretch the floor. That doesn't have to be a priority for us. We like him for the other stuff that he brings. And then Orlando's just had a tremendous year. 14 months. He's totally reshaped who he is because of what you're seeing right here. He usually is the last guy in the gym. He'll probably do another workout later on today. And then all across the front court, we're just deeper and have a little bit more versatility.
Hey, Coach. Did Mike bring Wellington from the kitchen? Wellington?
We've kept in touch over the years.